Welcome back to Turbo Beast, the channel where we dive deep into the latest cars on the market, reviewing every detail you need to know before making a decision. Today, we're taking a closer look at the 2026 Renault Logan, a car that has quietly built a reputation over the years as one of the most affordable and reliable sedans in emerging markets. The Logan has always stood for practicality, simplicity, and value for money. But in 2026, Renault is stepping things up with updated styling, a more modern interior, and improvements in performance and technology. Let's find out if this car is still one of the best budget-friendly sedans around, or if it's just coasting on its name. First impressions always matter. And when you walk up to the 2026 Logan, you'll notice right away that Renault has given it a more refined exterior design. The front fascia is bolder than before, with a wider grille finished in gloss black and surrounded by chrome accents that make the car look more premium. The Renault Diamond logo is larger and sits proudly at the center. Flanking the grille are sleeker LED headlights with integrated daytime running lights, which are now standard across all trims. The bumper has been redesigned too, with sharper lines and larger air intakes that give the Logan a sportier stance than the outgoing model. Moving to the side profile, the Logan retains its traditional sedan proportions, but Renault has worked on making it more aerodynamic. The roofline flows more smoothly, the shoulder line is sharper, and depending on the trim, you can get stylish 16 or 17-inch alloy wheels. At the rear, the new C-shaped LED taillights mirror Renault's modern design language, and a slightly sculpted trunk lid adds character to what used to be a fairly plain back end. Overall, the exterior might not scream luxury, but it looks modern, neat, and far more upscale than the budget reputation suggests. Stepping inside, the 2026 Logan surprises you even more. Renault has clearly invested in making the interior a more pleasant place to be. The dashboard has been completely redesigned with a horizontal layout that feels wider and less cluttered. Soft touch materials have been added in key areas, and even though hard plastics are still present, they don't feel cheap. The centerpiece of the cabin is the new 9-inch floating touchscreen infotainment system, compatible with both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The screen is responsive and clear, and higher trims even come with wireless smartphone connectivity. Below the screen, Renault has placed physical controls for climate settings, which is always convenient, and the knobs feel solid. The instrument cluster varies depending on the trim, starting with a mix of analog dials and a digital screen on base models, and moving up to a fully digital 10-inch display on top variants, giving the driver a more futuristic interface. When it comes to space, the Logan continues to play its biggest strength card. This sedan has always been about practicality, and the 2026 model offers excellent room for passengers. Both front and rear seats provide generous legroom and headroom, which is not something you can say about many cars in this price segment. The rear bench easily accommodates 3 adults, and the seats are supportive enough for long journeys. Renault has also improved the sound insulation, which means less road and wind noise at highway speeds. Cargo space remains impressive, with a trunk capacity of over 500 liters, making it perfect for families, rideshare drivers, or anyone who needs to carry luggage frequently. The interior may not rival premium sedans, but for its category, it's more than satisfactory. Now, let's talk about performance. The 2026 Renault Logan comes with a choice of engines depending on the market. The base models typically get a 1.0-liter 3-cylinder engine producing around 75 horsepower, ideal for city driving but not particularly quick. Moving up, there's a 1.3-liter turbocharged engine developed in partnership with Daimler, pushing out around 130 horsepower. This engine is much more lively, offering good acceleration and highway performance, while still being fuel efficient. In some regions, Renault also offers a 1.5-liter diesel option, popular with taxi operators for its durability and mileage. Transmission choices include a 5-speed manual, a 6-speed manual for the stronger engines, and a CVT automatic for those who prefer convenience. The driving experience itself is tuned more toward comfort than sportiness. The steering is light, making it easy to maneuver in city traffic, and the suspension setup is forgiving over potholes and rough roads. The Logan has never been a driver's car, but it handles predictably and safely, which is exactly what its audience expects. Fuel efficiency is one of the Logan's strongest points. The base petrol engine returns around 18 to 20 kilometers per liter, while the 1.3 turbo still manages around 16 to 17 kilometers per liter in mixed driving conditions. The diesel, of course, tops the charts with close to 23 kilometers per liter, depending on load and driving style. These numbers make the Logan a wallet-friendly option in the long run, especially for people who cover high mileage every year. Renault hasn't ignored safety in this update either. The 2026 Logan now comes with 6 airbags in higher trims, ABS with EBD, traction control, electronic stability program, and ISOFIX child seat mounts. Some variants even get advanced driver assistance features like lane departure warning and automatic emergency braking, which is a big step forward for a car that's positioned as budget-friendly. It's clear that Renault wants the Logan to not just be affordable, but also trustworthy when it comes to safety. Now, let's address the most important factor for many buyers: the price. The 2026 Renault Logan continues its tradition of being one of the most affordable sedans on the market. Depending on the region, the base model starts at around $11,000 to $12,000, while the mid-level trims with the larger engine and better equipment come in at about $14,000 to $15,000. The top-spec variant, with the turbo engine, digital cockpit, larger touchscreen, and safety tech, goes up to roughly $17,000 to $18,000. When you compare these prices to compact sedans from other manufacturers, you'll see that the Logan consistently undercuts the competition, while still offering practicality, space, and now a more premium design. So who is the 2026 Renault Logan for? If you're looking for a family car that's affordable to buy, cheap to run, and surprisingly spacious, this sedan is hard to beat. It's also an excellent option for taxi or ride-share drivers who need durability, efficiency, and comfort for passengers. However, if you're after sporty handling, luxury features, or cutting-edge technology, the Logan isn't designed for you. It's about smart value, not thrills. But what Renault has done this time is polish the Logan's strengths and smooth out many of its weaknesses. It now looks better, feels better inside, drives more refined, and offers safety and tech features that you wouldn't expect at this price point. To sum it all up, the 2026 Renault Logan proves once again why it's been such a popular car in so many markets. Renault hasn't reinvented the wheel, but they've improved the formula in all the right places, making the Logan not just a car you buy out of necessity, but one you can actually feel proud of owning. And at the end of the day, that's a huge step forward for this iconic budget sedan. That's it for today's review on Turbo Beast. Let me know in the comments what you think about the new Renault Logan. Would you consider it as your next budget-friendly sedan, or do you think there are better options out there? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more in-depth reviews. And I'll see you in the next video.